Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on April 3rd, 2023. Welcome to another Surviving Day on the Planet, and welcome to the Daily Do, giving you your space weather update as well, earthquakes, and a look at world weather. Starting out here the last 48 hours, always looking at our sun, watching in the equatorial region, center disk of our sun, bright region, sunspot very quickly forming Earth-facing position and becoming an eruptive state, throwing out 3 C-class solar flares. Having a look at the last 48 hours incoming, interesting plasma filaments starting to erect from the surface again, both in the outgoing and incoming. Bottom part of the disk here is where we're going to see that solar or a sunspot. Right there, bright region. We're going to take a closer look at it. Large plasma filament stretched across the surface, and instantly after that, the sunspot came alive, shooting out 3 C-class solar flares in the past 24 hours since it became. Some amazing images here brought to you by Solar Dynamics Observatory. Plasma filaments snaking around the surface seem to be all over the sun right now. Is our sun getting ready to do something strange, something it hasn't done in a very long time? Definitely keeping an eye on it. Look at the growth of this sunspot region. Wow. Having a look at multi-spectrum, the last 48 hours of events. Completely diminished coronal hole and as well plasma filament regions. Keeping an eye on especially the northern hemisphere. And now with this awakening Earth-facing sunspot, amazing stuff. Quick look here at all of these sunspots that are active right now. Also notable, these regions here. And of course, those plasma filaments, keeping an eye on those. Solar X-ray flux remains in a low C range after firing out 3 C-class solar flares today from one sunspot region. Geomagnetic activity elevated to a 3.5. Real-time solar wind, we're sitting at about 500 kilometers per second, 525, and we've been right up around there for the past 24 hours. Seeing one spike to about 600, maybe 630 kilometers per second, but it's not really showing. It was a small little burst of energy. Having a look at our magnetosphere for pressure. We are under a lot of pressure right now, and we had really low earthquake numbers yesterday, and that continued throughout today until just recently. Having a look at the ISWA space projection spiral, showing small CME taking off outward direction, but notable there that increased wind stream from the most recent solar flares outgoing. Having a look at LASCO 2, we're showing here the last 7 days of images brought to you by Soho. And we've had 1 full halo CME and about 7 other large CMEs since the last 7 days. Watching the last few images, we're going to see another full halo CME, last few images. So that was today. Wow, just some amazing images here brought to you by Soho. Mixed together here with Daily Events Worldwide. Thank you everybody for watching today, and I hope you are enjoying the content and information shared. Staying aware and prepared. And here is our most recent images brought to you by Soho. Now let's get to earthquakes past 24 hours. As I said, it was low, still kind of is. We bumped up from 150 past 24 hours to 180. But overnight we had a 6.5 earthquake rocked the southern tip and the east coast of Kamchatka. And that was after we saw all of that deep earthquake movement yesterday, so we were on a watch. And then a 6.1 rang out in northern Indonesia as well. 6.1 magnitude. That was after very deep earthquake, South China Sea, 5.5, over 600 kilometer depth yesterday. So we were expecting something. And then all of a sudden it's gone quiet here in Fiji. No deep earthquakes, no movement to talk about at all, actually. 3.8 there, reported Hawaii. Alaska seeing an increase in seismicity today, largest being a 3.9. Across the North American plate, nothing major to report. 3.9 there, Baja California, Mexico, and as well 3.8 off the coast of Oregon. That's right where that buoy is still in event mode. 5.0 magnitude here, El Salvador, quieting down, Caribbean, and then just recently here we had a 5.1, Atoka, Bolivia, 233 kilometer depth, 5.1 there, Scotia Plate, South Sandwich Islands. Also, just recently, we did have 3 earthquakes in succession at the Owen fraction zone, south of the Arabian Plate. 5.5 magnitude, 5.3, and a 5.1. As well notable some activity there through Iran, and Turkey is still shaking. And that's the last 24 hours for earthquakes across the world. 3 very large, 6.5, 6.1, and a 6.7 reported Papua New Guinea yesterday, as forecasted here with daily events worldwide. Now, something else I wanted to share with you here is looking at satellite imagery off the coast of Africa. And this is setting up quite a dust storm off the coast of Africa here, Western Sahara. This low pressure system's just sucking all the dust out of the deserts and heading across central Atlantic. But that is a very deep low pressure system and powerful as it's raking out into the ocean all of this Sahara dust, putting this into motion over the next few days. You can see it intensifying. This all started March 22nd. So this has been going on for 10 days now as it's been growing immensely across the equator. This is the last 4 days of images. Huge plume of dust coming out of the Sahara. There's even a little eye in that low pressure system still. But look at the equator now across the Atlantic after all this dust is spreading out across our atmosphere. Just some amazing images as we're watching some record-setting low pressure systems across the world. This could be one of them here. It's kind of been silent, not much moisture with it, but it is a deepening low, and it has now vacuumed Sahara dust out into the Atlantic. Amazing images brought to you by worldview.com. Having a look at windy.com, we do have quite a big system moving in for Tuesday and Wednesday. Stormy conditions across the United States and Ontario. Very big low pressure system heading through the North Atlantic, affecting the United Kingdom and Ireland this week. Then eventually Iceland and Greenland. No major tropical systems to forming, but notable there how far down the trough line goes through the Atlantic and Pacific from those huge systems that are spinning. Looking at forecast models for precipitation, and as well extreme weather. A lot of the southern states will be affected all of this week, as we're seeing quite an equatorial push of warm air, still clashing with some pretty cool northern air. Pacific low off the coast of Vancouver. Coastal rains and snow through the foothills. And then intensifying low pressure system here through southeastern United States, raking up the coastline. And then affecting the Atlantic provinces in the long range forecast, April 11th into the 12th. Having a look here at the temperature forecast for the next 5 days. Things are going to be warming up right across Canada and the US, but higher elevation temperatures, cold temperatures will be sticking around for a little bit. Looking here in the long range forecast, things are really warming up across North America. So enjoy, everybody. Spring is upon us. We have maybe one more snowstorm to talk about before the end of it all. Quick look around the rest of the world for temperatures. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like, maybe leave a comment, let me know where you're watching from, and give it a little share today. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and healthy, stay aware and prepared, and get your daily dew. See you next video. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.